Good day, students. Our module 3 for today is Exercise Program Design. Contents of this template: Principles of Exercise Training, Smarter Objectives, FITT Principle, and Parts of an Exercise Program. Principle of Overload states that the body must work harder than what it is used to in order for it to adapt. For example, in order for a muscle, including the heart muscle, to get stronger, it must be overloaded or work beyond the usual load. Principle of progression states the body should be experience gradual increase in workload. If the principle of overload asks how harder or hard, then the principle of progression asks how soon. Principle of specificity states that the body will adapt specifically to the workload of it experience. It implies that the improvements in fitness level will be limited to the activities that one is performing. Principle of individuality states that no two persons are the same and their rate of adaptation to work the same workload differs. This principle emphasizes that need to create an exercise program that is individual or specific. Principle of reversibility, it is another way of stating that the principle of disuse. If your energy system are not utilized, they deteriorate to a level that matches your level of activity. It indicates that disuse or inactivity results in loss of benefits achieved in overloading. What is the first step in designing an effective exercise program? In the same manner that a doctor prescribes a medication, the key to a well-designed exercise program is that it should be catered to the individual's needs and goals. The program should be addressed and weaknesses and needs of the individual. The results of the various fitness tests will give an idea what he or she needs. What are the following guidelines that can help in determining fitness goals? Right, short-term and long-term performance goals. A short-term goal is something that can be achieved in 6 to 8 weeks, while a long-term goal is something that can be achieved in 6 months to or more. A long-term goal is usually made of several short-term goals that build on each other. Set realistic goals. It is important that goals are attainable in the given period. Write specific goals. Write a specific goal for each fitness component instead of writing a general one. For example, climb 4 flights of stairs without getting tired instead of improve fitness level. A specific goal help you to focus on what has to be done. Smarter objectives. So the smarter objectives means S specific. So this is the description and the goal. What, why, who, when, and how. You should have a direct target objective. I will exercise for at least 30 minutes at least 3 times a week. Measurable objective should be measurable to truthfully gauge your goal. I will be able to run for 30 minutes without stepping. Attainable goals should be stimulating, neither too comfortable nor difficult. I will then sa goal, I will finish the 5K fun run in 30 minutes or less. Then R means realistic. Goals should be attainable given the resources, effort, and time. So in goal, I will compete in 10K event in 6 months. Then T means time. Description, goals must be timely, helpful, attainable in a period of time. So I will lose at least 5 kilograms in 3 months. That's the goal. E means exciting. Goals must be motivational and encouraging to level up and improve. I will learn how to swim and ride a bike so I can join the triathlon club. R means recorded. Evaluate the workout you have done. It is regularity, moderation, time given, and the progress made with the type of training. I will increase the distance. I can run by 10% every 2 weeks for the goal. The exercise program should be designed to fit the current health condition of an individual and it should be interesting. The FITT principle is a helpful guide in designing personalized fitness program. So, ang FITT principle is an acronym for intensity, time, and type. These are the key factors in designing an exercise program that will address the current fitness level, providing or provide means to overload the body and trigger positive adaptation. So the factors of FITT principle: F, frequency, number of sessions in a week; intensity, difficulty of the exercise or work demand. So kung ito ba ay moderate, intense, or vigorous or low intensity, no? Time, duration of or distance covered in an exercise program. How long, no? Type, moderate of exercise or activity. Why is movement screening important? How can it be evaluate muscle weakness and imbalance? Movement screening can be used to evaluate the presence of muscle imbalance. Movement patterns like squats, lunges, trunk rotation, and push-ups can show neuromuscular deficiency. These movement patterns utilize several muscle groups, and the movement is made over several joints. So first is the squat. This should be a activity task for you, and this should be a recorded, then compiled in a folder by section. Squat is a multiple joint movement that has the ability to show neuromuscular deficit in the core muscles and lower the extremity muscles. Lunges is another movement that evaluates movement, stability, and neuromuscular deficit or the lower extremities. Trunk rotation is a common movement in many sports that involving throwing. So, ang trunk rotation ay nagagamit sa field sports such as discus throwing, shot put, and javelin throwing. Next, push-up is a basic exercise that evaluates the strength of the arms and abdominal muscles as well as the flexibility of the shoulder joints. Then, parts of an exercise program. An exercise workout has three components. So, here's the diagram or so-called map. Exercise program have three arms: warm up, exercise load, and cool down. For the warm up is essential prior to the actual workload as it prepares the body more strenuous activity. So ang warm up ay pumapasok yung dynamic stretching or ballistic stretching to condition your muscles in doing such physical activities. Then exercise load is the programmed activity that would elicit beneficial adaptations when performed regularly. Then cool down, dito pumapasok yung static stretching to cool down your muscles. The cool down bridges the period between workout and rest. This transition is important to deter the pooling of blood in the lower extremities. A good cool down routine takes around 10 minutes. So search about static stretching for the cool down. for your examples. So for your second activity, make an exercise program using these three components: warm up, exercise load, and cool down. So that's all for today. Thank you, students. See you next session.